Alderwood, it is great to be with you. I'm Wyatt, lead pastor. This is Jason, chairman of our elder board. And we just have a great little update for you about some things that God is doing here at Alderwood that are really exciting and we want you to know about. So we're about halfway through our fiscal year, our ministry year. Jason, why don't we give just a quick financial update for people?
Yeah, I love these mid-year updates. It's a chance for us to kind of celebrate some of the things that God is doing in the middle of the year. And one of those things is through your generosity, we're able to raise some funds to do ministry here at Alderwood Community Church. For our general fund, we're actually at a surplus right now of roughly $160,000, which is incredible. That's money that we can use to do some future things that we're very, very excited about that you'll hear more about later. Our Compassion Center and mission budgets, missions are also doing quite well, very, very healthy, always looking for more opportunity to help support more people through those programs, but doing well there. And then you also hopefully got a chance to see our focused Sundays where we were able to talk about sending a kid to camp.
Yeah.
And thanks to your generosity, we were able to raise $50,000 for that, which means now that there's no reason that any kid should have to miss camp for any financial reasons whatsoever. We're able to take care of those kids financially who need help to go to camp.
That's so big. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
God's going to do some great things at camp this summer. I also want to just say, we've asked you to give generously in a couple ways this year. In January, we had a giving series, and we've been talking for a couple of years about the fact that we've had really high attendance growth, which is so encouraging. We're grateful God's being His people, and the giving growth hadn't quite kept up. But this is a year where that has really changed. Our general fund revenue is up about 18% over where we were last year, and that is in large part because many of you have started partnering with us financially for the first time. So we just want to say we're grateful, and God has a lot of great stuff ahead that He's going to use your giving to accomplish. So thank you for doing that. We are also celebrating continued attendance growth. That's this narrative that continues on. And
absolutely,
we're not all about numbers here at Alderwood. It's not just about hitting metrics, but we also know that numbers are people, that as we grow, that represents people who are coming, hearing the gospel, following Jesus, getting into community with us here. And so we do celebrate that. This last Easter, we had over 2,800 people on our campus. It was the biggest Easter that Alderwood has ever had. And we've been really encouraged as we've continued in this Fear Not mental health series in the weeks following Easter. We continue to have some of the largest Sundays we've ever seen. So people are coming, friends and neighbors are coming. I know you're inviting people, and you're a light in the world around you. We want to keep on letting that happen. And so we're having conversations right now about how we can grow and how we can add capacity. And we'll have more to talk about with you in the future. But we are excited that God is continuing to bring folks to Alderwood.
Yeah, and you really hit the nail on the head. We want to make sure that Alderwood is a place where people feel welcome. And that continued growth is a representation of that people are feeling like this is a place that they can come. And super excited that so many people brought so many friends and family with them for Easter. It's awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we have an opportunity for you this summer to really think about who in your world needs to hear the message of Jesus, needs to get involved with the church community. For the last several years, we've done something called Vision Weekend. We have a little bit of a new version of that this summer. So in August, we are going to have Vision Sunday. It's on August 24th. And in years past, we've had everybody out in the parking lot, all for one service, which has been such a blast. It is so great to see the whole church all in one place. The truth is we've just outgrown it. We're too big now to be able to do that. And so the service times for Vision Sunday are going to be the normal times at 8, 9:30, and 11. But it's really going to be about this next year of ministry for our church, of who we want to be and where we're going. But the reason why this is such a great opportunity to bring friends and neighbors is not just because we're going to talk about who we are as a church, but because we're also going to have an absolute blast that Sunday. While these services are going on the whole morning, our block party is going to be going on in the parking lot, and we are going to have carnival games and food and music and all kinds of stuff. It's really going to be an amazing time. Your kids are going to want to be there. You're going to have to drag them away to go to the service at some point. But it really will be a blast. We're going to give you a great time, and it would be a really fun thing for you to invite someone to join you on. So I hope you'll be there for that.
I like that you just give a personal guarantee you will have to drag your kids away from the fun.
It's my personal guarantee.
I love it. That's great. It's fantastic. It's going to be a really exciting time. Vision Weekend has always been such an amazing time to get a sense of like what's coming for the church the next year. And the fact that we are continuing to grow and need to tweak the format a little bit so that we can have everybody hear what's coming and still have a great time to spend spend some time partying together is awesome. I love that. Additionally, coming up later in September is our annual business meeting. And while that might not sound quite as much fun as the block party.
Oh, there's so much fun.
It is a lot of
Come
fun.
on.
It is definitely a lot of fun. We are going to be doing the normal things that we typically do for our business meeting, which is asking the congregation to vote on our slate of elders as well as our 3 budgeted areas for the next year. That's the General Fund, the Compassion Center, and the Missions Fund. That'll still be happening. But there's some bonus content this year that hopefully you're not surprised by, which is that we're going to be asking the congregation to vote on an essential doctrine. This is a document that highlights the essentials of what it means to be a believer in Christ. What does it mean to be a Christian here at Alderwood Community Church? And so we're going to be voting on that, as well as some revisions that we're making to our bylaws, just going in to try and make those a little bit more representative of how we operate today, represent a reality of simple things like being able to vote online, using modern communication techniques and stuff like that. And so just some simple updates to the bylaws. So we're going to be asking you to participate in voting on those as well. And that'll be later in September. Always a good chance for you to have an influence on kind of the future of the church with your vote.
Yeah. And I want to remind you of 2 things. One, you can get re-familiarized or familiarized for the first time with the essential doctrine statement that we are proposing at alderwood.cc/essentials. And then there's also links right there to all 8 messages we taught on that doctrinal statement back in the fall. So go ahead and check that out to get ready for the vote. Secondly, everyone is welcome to attend our business meeting, and we hope you'll be there, but you do have to be a member of our church in order to vote. And so if Alderwood is your home, if you're here, if you want to be a part of what we're doing and let us know that you're committed, the best way to do that is to become a member, and you can reach out to us about that even now before we get to that meeting in the fall.
Yeah, and I think the last thing I did forget to mention is we're also going to be having some Q&A sessions this summer leading up to the vote on the essential doctrine as well. So if you're curious about what certain things mean or certain phrasing or anything like that, there's going to be plenty of those to kind of engage in as well. And again, you can find more about that at alderwood.cc/essentials.
Yeah, it'll be the same for the bylaws. So we don't have that ready to be published yet. We're still kind of tightening up the last things in the draft, but then it'll be published for you, and there'll be a Q&A on that if you want to come engage with us on the bylaws update.
And I think that's it for today.
That's all we got.
Happy mid-year update.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
See you soon.